Alright, so today we have a Bissell PowerForce Helix. So this was one I got in a vacuum save video, and we're fixing it up. So I just sprayed this thing down with some I almost said Febreze, with some Windex, and just kind of cleaning up a little bit. I don't think I'm going to bother stripping this machine all the way down to the motor. I don't really think it needs it, at least not right now. If you want to see the sticker right there, Auto 12B1. So I've had one of these before. This particular example, it was some Windex came another. So this particular example is from 294th day of 2012. So this vacuum is 8 years old, and yep. So got oops, and I just hit the shark with Mitt Romney's Bissell. So this thing. In the vacuum save video, it worked pretty good. It just was clogged, just needs a belt, you know, the usual, just a basic tune-up. Really nothing really wrong with it. Whoever had it took decent care of it. Obviously the filter is plugged with junk, and part of that is due to the fact that the upper separator is missing, which is probably another reason why they threw it out, even though they could have just bought one on eBay for like probably $5 and plop that in. But assuming if they knew how to do that, they wouldn't have thrown it away in the first place. So obviously they threw that away, and everything that sucked up just went into this filter. Although, if we lift this up, we can see the premotor filter is very clean looking. It actually seemed to have done a very decent job at protecting this thing. So just a little bit of hair in there, nothing too major. You can just pluck that off just fine. Maybe I can give it a rinse if it really needs it, but it probably doesn't even need that. Just get some of this hair out, and we'll spray the inside of this so it gets all clean, or at least clean enough. Obviously can't really get every little crack and crevice in here unless you pull the whole machine apart. Has a little something on the inside of there, so just gotta wipe that off, and just gotta pop in a new separator. Now I believe this one I pulled off the PowerForce Helix Rewind and is ready, but I don't think this will actually fit. I could try it real quick. Well, yeah, that fits. It's a little bit loose, but it does work. But I'll probably just, since this other PowerForce Helix is completely dead, I'll probably just steal the separator from that, since that'll be the correct one from the same model, or at least the same body style. That one might be the 8 amp version, but I'm not quite sure. It might be a 1240, but we'll see. This one would work. It's just kind of loose and probably not ideal since it is a little bit loose. So yeah, this one isn't requiring a whole ton of work, but we'll clean that up real quick. After just looking at this and getting a whiff of it, the smell of dog is pretty strong on this, and presumably on the rest of these parts as well. So these parts are all getting a wash, at least all of these bin and cyclone parts. Those are at least getting a wash, and if there's still a smell, also the hose is getting washed. And if a smell persists, then we'll be sure to take care of that. So you can see I vacuumed out the filter cup and the dust cup right here. Still got some dirt kind of caked to the bottom of it, but a little scrub will take care of that. Sticker's in good shape. And this filter, so the sponge filter I vacuumed off. Again, that'll need a wash, but you can see all the junk that came out of that. And this filter right here, you can see there's just this fine dust, like sand, just falling out of the filter. You can see it's all caked in that filter. And of course, if you take a flat tip screwdriver and kind of play with it a little bit, you can get all that sand and grit to come out of that filter. Look at that. So much fine dust and grit. Look at all that. So, classic case of a clog by filter. I guarantee you, based on how much is in this filter, that's the main clog here. Nothing in the housing, in the ductwork, is likely the cause of this, or at the very least, if it is, it merely compounds the issue. But let's test that theory live. So we'll turn this on. We'll put it on the lower hose, and you can see it's my lovely scar. Put that on the lower hose and on the main hose and see how well that works. So, all the hoses are clear, so the clog is in fact the filters. What? Cortana?
Windows, Control, and Enter keys at the same time to turn on narrator.
Can you not interrupt my video, please,
Okay,
Cortana?
Enough intro. Let's dig in.
No, we will not dig in. You're gonna be quiet. Okay, there's no mic here.
Your region is set to the United States.
Shush.
Is that right?
No. Okay, there we go. Go away. I mean, yes, it is right. I am in the United States, but go away. I'm doing a vacuum video. Okay, so this piece of crap is was thrown away. Final hypothesis. This piece of crap was thrown away because the filters were plugged up with fine dust, the top separator was missing, and the brush roll is in need of a cleaning and a new belt. The brush roll itself appears to be fine. It is spinning freely, just needs the hair cleaned off of it, and if the hair is to be removed with the utensil, that utensil should be a pair of scissors and not a knife. So, that is my hypothesis on this machine, why it was thrown out, and what I'm going to have to do to fix this stupid thing. So, yep. So this base plate was really hard to get off because the dirt, which I've already sucked up some of it, the dirt that was stuck around these end caps had like essentially glued the thing to the brush roll, or not to the brush roll, but to the housing, so it didn't want to come off. So I had to kind of lever it off. I was worried I was going to break it, but thankfully I didn't. So you can see the dirt that somehow got all the way back on the motor shaft. I don't know how that happens on these things. So I guess what I said about them taking good care of it, I mean, they didn't actively beat the crap out of it, but they definitely, by definition, did not take care of it. They just used it. They used it, and then when they didn't want to use it anymore, they threw it away. And let's see what's underneath this. About what I would expect. So, yeah, this is going to need a clean for sure. Ah, crap. Well, it looks like the Steve? Well, it looks like the Windex combined with the dirt got stuck into the carpet, so I'll have to wait for this to dry, which is fantastic. So I basically just dirtied up this carpet as a result. But, yeah. So, yeah, that's why I didn't get it, is because this is wet for some reason. So, yeah. And the filter is now clean, and the rest of it is as well. And it's all back together. So, again, I'll have to take the separator from the other Helix and then dust out that inner piece, and it should be okay. So that's fixing the 12B1. Because, I mean, it's pretty much fixed at this point. I just got to put the parts back together and, again, clean out the inside of that, and it'll be good. So there you go.